Good morning, everyone. All my U.S. watchers, I hope you all had a happy 4th of July. So we got some decent movers today. Let's see what we have. We got SBOT gapping up some. The biggest watch. Hold on, I gotta mute my computer. The biggest watch for me is DFBG. You can see this one's gapping up a huge amount from almost $3 to $6.05, so it's up about 100%. A little bit more than 100%, so a nice move here, maybe 100 and a little bit over 100%. And so that one looks really good. A&W picking up a lot of volume this morning as well in pre-market. You can see it's up from 63 cents all the way to $1.55. GBR gapping up some from 411 to 538. That one looks decent as well. Gonna keep an eye on it. And like I said, SBOT. Also watching MU. A little bit higher float tech stock. You can see it's gapping up from 51.48 to 53.29. Let's see, what else am I watching? LBIX is another one. Gapping up from 157 to 185. Looks decent. AXON gapping up from 268 to 284. Looks good. SAEX for a possible short under this low of the day at 172. Looks decent. Keeping an eye on it. Seadrill had a big crazy move the other day because of a dropped lawsuit, I believe, on this one. It ended up gapping up from 10 cents to 1965. I think it won its lawsuit or something like that. And so going to watch Seadrill today as well. And ZYNE gapping down from 961 to 750. So a pretty significant gap. Watching it under 715 or a rebound over 8 up to maybe 850 or 9. We'll see where this one goes as well. And so, yeah, that's my watch list thus far. Go ahead and add it to the chat. This is everything I'm watching in this market right now. Not a bad market. I thought today might be a little bit slow, but the volume's actually, surprisingly decent. Good morning, Missouri. What's up, brother? Good morning, man. Trevor, good morning. Sonic. Nice, Sonic. Nice trade, brother. Nice trade. Good morning, Salty. James, what's up, brother? All right. Appreciate it, Armar. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, bud. Here, buddy, you need to play in your room right now, okay? Hold on, guys. My son he has a dentist appointment today, so he's yelling at me. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. My son has a dentist appointment today, and so he's not at school yet, and so he's driving me crazy right now. But yeah, so not a bad morning, honestly. We got a few decent movers. Let's check to see how many of these are actually tradable on TradeNet. First one, SBOT, that's tradable. DFBG's tradable. GBR's tradable. A&W is not tradable, unfortunately. They'll probably end up adding A&W in the next day or two, but it's not tradable today. MU is tradable. AXON is tradable. LBIX is not tradable. SAEX is tradable. Seadrill is tradable. And ZYNE is tradable. So 8 out of 10 are tradable. Only 2 out of my 10 stocks on my watch list are not tradable in TradeNet. And so I could trade all the other ones. Hold on, guys. My son is throwing a fit. Man, my son is going crazy up there. My wife's like dealing with him. He's been waking up every day pretty early, kind of moody. Hold on, give me like a minute, guys. I gotta go help my wife with my son for a second. I'll be back in literally like a minute, so don't go anywhere. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Son's not at school today yet, so. All right, so let me check back with the chat. Michael, good morning, brother. Tyrell, good morning. 8 active 8-ball pool multiplayer. I'm new to trading. Can you teach me the basics if possible? I mean, I don't know if I can necessarily do it on stream, but I don't, message me on Facebook or Twitter, and I'll do my best to help. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Eric. 2 Erics over there, right after each other. Yeah, appreciate it, Tiny. You as well. Yeah, study. Take it slow. Don't use big sizing. 8-ball. Just take it slow. Use small sizing. Wait until you have, statistically found an edge in a specific trading pattern, and then just rinse and repeat that using small sizing, slowly scaling up is what I would do. I'm not an investment professional. I don't give investment advice for profit, not liable for anything. Just want to say that for liability reasons. But yeah, just take it slow is what I would do. Just take it slow. Back test the strategy. Make sure you have an actual edge in that strategy, and then just rinse and repeat that is what I would do. Yeah, kids are driving me crazy, Tyrell. Good morning, Covenant. Kang, good morning, brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just turned 30 this year, James. But yeah, man, I hate the dentist. I mean, I'm not one of those people that fidget around at the dentist. Like, the last time I went to a dentist, they didn't even give me any type of like numbing agent. They just kind of did a root canal on my tooth, and they actually said I was a good patient, compared to a lot of other people, but I still hate going. That's right, Tyrell. Yeah, my son's going crazy up there. I'm not sure, Michael. They send me you use the one, like, they'll send you an email saying welcome to the funded account program. That's the login I used. Good morning, Wilkin. What's up, brother? Good morning, Cool. What's up, dude? Davey and Barton, welcome. What's up, guys? Tiny says still looking for an edge. I mean, look, I think I found an edge in this VWAP fade strategy. Like, one thing I did over the holiday is I was using on demand, and I back tested this VWAP fade strategy, and I went all the way back to last May. Like, I went to like May 18th, May 19th, and so forth and so on. I would look up people's watch list from that specific day, and I would just try the VWAP fade strategy. And literally every time I did it, I probably did this with 6 or 7 sessions. Every single time I did it, I was profitable. And so I do think there's an edge with the VWAP fade strategy. It's just something I need to work on my entries and stuff like that. But I do think there's an actual edge. I was talking to Mitch about it. I think it's probably one of the most reliable ones that I've found. And it's a very easy setup to spot. Omar, no, man. I trade everything, brother. Good morning, Davian. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as well, Wilkin. All right, so let's look up the news for some of these stocks. First one, but I'll trade anything, Omar. It doesn't necessarily have to be a penny stock. If it's the penny stocks are just what's really moving today. But I also have like MU on my watch list. You can see MU here. It is a $53 stock. That's basically it. I'm watching Cedro, which is a $20 stock as well. But it's really just anything that's moving. And lately, the past few weeks, these penny stocks have been the ones that have been moving the most. And so I've just been keeping an eye on those. All right, so the first one I'm looking at is DFBG. Yeah, I tried to call Mitch this morning, and he didn't answer. He'd probably get back to me. The 4th of July was yesterday, and so I'm sure a lot of people kind of maybe had a few drinks and stayed up. So I'll give him some time. All right, so DFBG. So with Differential Brands, which is DFBG, Group 8K from Tuesday shows they entered into a purchase and sale agreement with Global Brands Group, which is GBG. We'll see if this is actual stock. Maybe not. And GBG USA to purchase a significant part of GBG's North American business. And so it sounds like BFGB is purchasing a stake in a company called Global Brands Group Holding Limited, which is GBG. So that's good news. We'll see how it kind of reacts to the open. Next one I'm looking at is A&W. It probably has some of the best volume I see thus far in the market right now. So let's look at A&W here. Just trying to wake up, drink my coffee. All right, so it's up a huge amount after they entered into a memorandum of understanding with a company called Mercuria Energy. Yeah, and it's completing $1 billion in financing and exploring global strategic partnership. And so, kind of like a partnership with A&W. We'll see what happens with this one. They're interested in refinancing with $1 billion. And so we'll see where A&W goes. I can't trade this one, unfortunately, but it looks decent, so we'll see. Another one I'm looking at is SBOT. It's on the top left of my chart. All right, so they issued statements on good data, or good results, I should say. So SBOT is a protein utilized in multiple immunotherapy development pipelines. That doesn't make sense. So whoever this news is I'm using, they're saying the stock is a protein. So it sounds like it's a bio drug researching a protein with multiple immunotherapy development pipelines. And they put out good clinical study results for SBOT, so positive results. And you can see that's why it's gapping up. I'm curious, though, because it went all the way up to 237, and now it's all the way back down to 194, only about 15 cents over where it closed yesterday. And so it was gapping up a significant amount, and then it kind of came right back down. And so they must have found something in that data, in those clinical results, that people didn't like. I don't necessarily have enough time to look through that, but we'll see where they go at the open. It's still technically gapping up, and so I can't say it's necessarily bearish, but it did come all the way back down from 237, and so we'll see what happens at the open with this one as well. GBR is another one I'm looking at. This one's probably been the biggest mover in the last few weeks. It's at 529 down, 529 now. It had a huge a huge washout on Tuesday from about 1380 in pre-market all the way down to 5s. So crazy drop. And I also doubt that there's any actual news on this stock. I think it's just up on technicals. It is gapping up from 411 up to 529 right now, but it doesn't really have any news stories that I see. And so if you see any, let me know. I don't see anything for GBR. Looking at MU, gapping up from 51.48 to 53.17. All right, so they disputed an injunction against the China units. They're keeping their Q4 sales outlook as well. So yeah, they said the Fuzhou Intermediate People's Court, the Fujian province of China, notified the two Chinese Micron subsidiaries that it has granted a preliminary injunction against those entities in patent infringement cases, which were ultimately filed by United Microelectronics Corporation. So yeah, they're basically disputing their injunction against somebody. They're going to continue to fight it, and so I guess that's giving people a bullish sentiment on MU. Another one I'm looking at is AXON here. You can see AXON looks pretty good. It's gapping up from 268 to 281. Let's keep an eye on it, see what's going on with this one. All right, so this one doesn't have any news out on AXON. I guess it's just up on technicals. So we'll move on. Just technicals is the reason AXON is up. LBIX, probably the same thing here. I mean, it's gapping up from 157 to 173. It has a pretty big range on it, actually, for a stock with low volume. Again, this is on the bottom left. And I don't see anything new on LBIX. If you see anything with LBIX, let me know. I don't see anything recent. The last thing I saw was on June 13th for LBIX. So we'll see. SAEX had a big wash on Friday. You can see it opened up around 350. Ended up washing all the way back down to 172 on Tuesday. I keep saying Friday because I feel like it was the weekend. So let's see. SAEX. Sounds like this one's up on technicals as well. No news or clear catalyst. Interesting. So moving on, a lot of stuff up on zero news. Seadrill. Like I said, this one had the lawsuit dropped against it. Let me look up to see the exact case that Seadrill kind of, that caused this huge, spike up in Seadrill. Let's see. Yeah, so on Monday, Seadrill, SDRL, which I've been watching for a while, it used to be like 30 cents. It was right at 30 cents. Like if you look at the longer term chart of Seadrill, this thing was at 10 cents on Monday. And what happened was they announced an emergence from Chapter 11, and they also reorganized the company and rebranded it or renamed it New Seadrill. And that's ultimately when it began trading at $25. And so, I mean, this is interesting that a stock can push up that much. When I first saw it, I thought it was a acquisition or something of the sorts, and I was surprised when it wasn't. All right, last one I'm looking at is ZYNE. ZYNE's gapping down some, rebounding a little bit in pre-market, but we'll see what happens once the bell rings. All right, so it had a failed study that missed the top-line results. Yeah, it ended a clinical study for a tetrahydrocannabinol patch. So it sounds like it ended a tetrahydro. Yeah, that's THC. It ended a clinical study for a THC patch, so a marijuana patch. Interesting. But yeah, it's washing out now. We'll see what happens with it. And that's basically it thus far. Not a bad morning after a holiday. Alright, so let me catch back up with the chat. It's been a little while. TradeNet does not have a mobile app that I know of, Jeff. No, Omar. Like I said, I trade everything. Tiny trader. Yeah, on demand super benefit or super useful tiny. I like I said, I used it all holiday to kind of back test the VWAP fade setup, and it seems pretty reliable. Which kind of shows like the last 2 weeks before this have both been profitable weeks. I've had my percent gainers have definitely been more than my percent losers, and so it's just about my sizing at this point. I'll send you a link to the VWAP fade, James. So just give me a second. Let me finish catching up. What's up, crypto? Watching A&W, DFBG, SBOT, and GBR is my 4 big watches. There's a few other ones, but these 4 are my main watches. They probably have the most volume. Wilkin, DFBG, I'm using the daily levels. Yeah, DFBG, a lot of volume here. My BPMX getting a little bump. What's up, Seven? Good morning, brother. BPMX. Just low volume. I mean, these just aren't my style, Seven. You probably know that. It's gapping up, though. Let's see. FCAU. I can look at it. Yeah, it's gapping up some. Not the best volume, though, but it's gapping up. I mean, it's gapping up from 1890 to 2014. So, what is that? $1.24 at this point. But the volume's just really, really, really low. 6,000 shares traded a minute. We'll see. Could go either way. Good morning, D. Evan. What's up, brother? Crypto. TGC. Yeah, TGC was moving Monday. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on this one. Doubt I can trade it, although I should be with all the volume it had. Yeah, they still haven't added it. What else? SSC1. Yeah, SSC doesn't look too bad. Sitting right at the whole $1.02. Atheon, I haven't actually had a chance to look at it. Yesterday was a holiday, but my wife actually had to bring my son to the, not the emergency room. I guess it would be. I don't know. She brought him to the hospital yesterday. It wasn't anything serious, but he has these like lumps on his skin. Like we didn't know what it was, but every time he goes to bed, he wakes up with these lumps. We were kind of worried he had bed bugs. We brought him to the doctor. The doctor said he didn't think it was bed bugs. He thinks he's just getting tore up by a mosquito. And he did a chest X-ray because he's been coughing. But yeah, that was my 4th of July, man. So yeah, I just haven't had much time, Atheon. I'll get to it, brother. I'll do my best too, man. Sorry about that. TradeNet, I think it's $15 a month, Juan, for the platform. I mean, Tyrell, I use Thinkorswim for my news. There's also what else? There's also Webull has a pretty good news section. So there's a few different ones. As for live news as they happen, I would you can use Benzinga Squawk on Thinkorswim. Like all you have to do if you want to get the Benzinga Squawk chat room, all you have to do is go to support chat in the top right. On Thinkorswim, go to chat rooms, and you can see there's Benzinga Squawk right here. And it'll literally, if you turn it on and go to listen, it will play the new release, the new news stories that come out. Welcome, James. Welcome, brother. BBVA. Yeah, BBVA gapping up some. Still want to see a little bit of volume, but it's not too bad, honestly. Some, minutes are better than others. We'll see where this one goes. I'll watch BBVA as well. Do I keep a record of my trades for us to look at? You can go watch all the previous streams, if you want to go watch all the old streams, you can. The streams are saved every day, so once the stream's over, you can always go back and watch just each stream. I day trade every weekday morning, so you can just go back and kind of watch to see. Which one, Nandy? Yeah, I use Thinkorswim. There's also Webull. you know, a lot of different other ones. I use Weeble sometimes as well. They're both giving me basically the same information. Really, Eric, it does? Tefs has a mobile app? I have an Android. I have to check that out. Appreciate letting me know that, brother. Appreciate that, Robert. Yeah, he's feeling okay. Yeah, we just didn't know what it was. Like, we didn't know if it was, you know, an anaphylactic shock or like an allergic reaction or anything like that. And so we kind of brought him there yesterday. And the doctor said it looked like some type of insect bite. The scary thing was, like, every time he would go to bed in his room, he would wake up with more of them. And, like, we checked his room, we couldn't find anything. And so we let him sleep in our guest room yesterday. And it worked out fine, but we still got to figure it out. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Trevor ZIL. Nothing's showing up for me on this one. What's up, Marquise? What's up, brother? VLRX. VLRX looks good. Not too bad. I think this one's tradable as well. Let's see. I may watch this one. Appreciate it. Right. This one used to be tradable, I think. Good morning, Horg. How would you pronounce that? I know it's spelled Jorg, but it's a different pronunciation, I believe. Would it be Horg? Appreciate that, Omar. The one that you buy and sell. Which one do you mean, Andy? Alright. But yeah, these are my biggest watches. GBR, A&W, SBOT, DFBG. I'll try to get in touch with Mitch. Give me a second. Let me try to get back in touch with Mitch. See if he answers. I'll just call him. EBR, James. Yeah, look at EBR. I didn't see this one either. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mitch isn't answering. I mean, a lot of I'm surprised the volume is this good, just because yesterday was an American holiday. It was the 4th of July, and so, you know, typically people usually drink a decent amount on the 4th of July. I know I drank a little bit, and so I'm surprised the volume's this good. But yeah, EBR looks good. Let me see if it's tradable. It is tradable. Nice. So I'll look at EBR as well. I'll let it replace some of these. For which one? For SBOT and GBR? Oh yeah, so somebody wanted the VWAP fade strategy. Here, let me get that for y'all real quick. And I'm not trying to like push a strategy. I mean, I think every trader's different. This is just my favorite strategy so far right now. I just think it's reliable. Like I said, I back tested it for a year ago. Like I went to July 17th, and I would look up people's watch lists from July 17th, 2017, and I would trade it like I would the regular market. Like I would get ready for 8:30. You know, and just wait and just try to get into it. And it's the biggest problem with the VWAP fade is that if it gets squeezed, it typically gets squeezed pretty hard. Here's the VWAP fade setup. Yeah, that's the VWAP fade setup that I'm using. There's a video about it if anybody's interested. Yeah. Everybody spent all their money, so they're trying to come make it back. Yeah, man. Fireworks are expensive here. But yeah, in Texas here, we actually have a ban on fireworks where I live. We're not allowed to, we have to go out of town. And so we just did sparklers with the kids last night. We heard a bunch of fireworks, though, and saw some out the window. Yeah, right. Insurance over here, too, brother. All right, so we got 9 minutes. You can see A and W still spiking up here. I mean, it seemed to hold nice support at 150. I would have to check out that Tefs app. Actually, I might do it right now. Let me see. If they do have a Tefs app, I might do a video review about them. That'd be great though, because I would love to trade on my phone. They do have a mobile trader app. Hey, appreciate. I can't remember who told me about this, but I appreciate it. I'm installing it right now. That's cool. I gotta free up space. I appreciate the sub, Horg. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, fireworks are legal there. James, I'm in the Houston area. I'm just north of Houston. I mean, if you look, they got a Tefs mobile trader app that I'm downloading now. We'll see how long it takes to download, but I'm downloading it now. I'll try to do a review about it. What's up, Addict? What's up, brother? How much do I make a day? So I'm still a new trader. I'm still not quite profitable yet. And so I'm still just learning. I'm not trying to act like an expert or anything like that. A lot of people think I'm trying to pretend to be an expert, and I'm really not. I'm just a new trader letting people watch me trade and just kind of going over the setups and patterns that I think are valid. And, you know, just telling people how what works for me. You know what I mean? And so I'm just letting people watch. I'm still not necessarily, I wouldn't say I'm quite profitable yet, but I'm getting there. And I'm just being transparent. I could not stream and just only video my profitable trades and upload them and try to pretend to be profitable, but I just want to be honest with people. I want people to see what it's really like, you know. San Antonio. I've never been to San Antonio, honestly. I've been to almost every other place in Texas, just never San Antonio. Yeah, no worries. Is it Horg? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, brother. Horg? I try to pronounce it right. I don't think I am. York. Alright, appreciate it. Okay. York. Got it. What's up, Bandito? What's up, brother? Siri? Yeah, Omar. I'm not about that, brother. Nice, Bandito. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Yeah, I'm not about that, man. I know there's a lot of kind of charlatans in the trading world, in all honesty. I mean, here's the thing. Some of the gurus are good. You know what I mean? I'm not hating on them. I think there's definitely some good information to learn from some of them. But some of them are sketchy. And a lot of people in the trading world are just trying to, make money from new traders that don't really understand. But there's also a lot of good free information on YouTube. And so I just try to be honest with people, I don't have any plans to start selling a chat room or a course or anything like that. I just let people watch me trade. But like I said, I think there are some good chat rooms and there are some good courses out there. It's just about whether you have the money to pay for them. And so I just try to be a resource for new traders, you know. York. Got it. Right, for sure, Tyrell. That's all I'm really trying to do. I'm just sharing what I've learned thus far. It may be right, it may be wrong. People may agree with the setups I'm using. People may not agree. It doesn't matter. I'm just letting people know what I'm working on. Okay, yeah, Mitch just texted me back. He said no trading for him today. He's taking a day enjoying the beach, so no Mitch. No Mitch today. He said I'll be back tomorrow, though. Appreciate that, Bandito. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it. What's up, Digital? Good morning, brother. What's up, man? DRRX7. Yeah, you've been spot on with these FDA approvals. I mean, it doesn't look good now, but we'll see once it starts moving. I think the way it works, Digital, is CFDs are illegal to offer people in the U.S. Like, if you're a company based in the U.S., you're not allowed to offer people CFDs in the U.S., but it's not illegal for me to actually trade with them. You know, as you know, you can see I'm doing it now. And so if you're gonna offer, like, for a company to offer CFD trading, like TradeNet, for instance, they can't be based in the U.S. and TradeNet's not. TradeNet's based overseas, and so that's kind of my take on it. Siri. Yeah, I watched Siri a while ago. I haven't been looking at it lately. But let's see. Yeah, not too bad. Has a decent little range for a high float stock. AVXL Fahim. I've used SureTrader before. If you look at my really old videos, York, I have some live trades from SureTrader. From my experience, like, SureTrader, I like the platform. I like the broker. The fills were quick. I never withdrew any money. Actually, I did withdrew. I withdrew like $100 on SureTrader just to see if they would give it to me. And they actually did give me the money. Like when I withdrew my money from SureTrader, and I actually like the platform. I think the biggest thing with SureTrader is the commissions are really expensive, and so that's kind of the thing. I think SureTrader is a decent broker. I love the DOS platform, but there's a lot of costs. Like, the platform itself costs like $150 to get the full platform a month, and commissions are expensive as well. And so it all just depends on, you know, what you're looking for as a trader. Yeah, I was watching LBIX. It's not tradable on TradeNet, unfortunately, but I was watching it. Man, y'all might be able to hear my son. He's playing upstairs, yelling right now. But yeah, AVXL looks good. I'll probably keep this on my watch list too. I know I had another one that wasn't tradable. Let's see. But yeah, I'll probably watch AVXL too. I try to build my watch list when I see what's not tradable on TradeNet. I try to build my watch list around what is tradable. All right, guys, market opens up in less than a minute. So good luck, everyone. I don't know what's going on with my Thinkorswim. I think I need to restart my Thinkorswim so the time works. The time's a little bit off. Appreciate the sub. C. Cullen, welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. All right, market's about to open up right now. There's the bell. The market just opened. I don't know why the volume didn't go through, but there's the market open, guys. All right, so keep an eye on A&W here. I doubt they'll add it today, but still going to watch it. Watching AXON. SBOT. Like I said, I'm ultimately looking for that VWAP fade strategy. That's the one I'm kind of looking to take advantage of the most. And like I said, whenever I back tested this strategy over the weekend. Appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome, man. Let me see who subbed. Appreciate the sub, Alman. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, I back tested it over the weekend, and I found my best results happen after waiting for the first 5 minutes or so to pass after the open. And actually, guys, now that I have a little bit of time, I'm going to restart Thinkorswim so the time works. Because I really want to watch the time. I'm going to open up TradeNet while I do this. And try to watch stuff while I'm on here. I'm just trying to get my time to work. I'm not going to be jumping into anything until about another 2 or 3 minutes, and so I have a little bit of time to restart my modem. But yeah, watching SBOT, A&W. A&W dropping down some here. But yeah, this is TradeNet's platform. Like I said, I'm just looking at SBOT dropping down some. I'm just looking at this while my Thinkorswim loads. It should be almost done here. But yeah, I really don't mind TradeNet's platform either. It's actually a decent little platform here. Alright, here we go. It should be good now. Give it a second to load here. Alright, so you can see DFBG breaking under the VWAP here and pulling back up to test it. There we go. Alright, so I might jump in DFBG. This is kind of the setup I'm looking for. You can see DFBG here, breaking underneath the VWAP and then pulling back up to test it. This is kind of the VWAP fade setup. Giving it a little bit of time here first. But this is really it right here. Trying to give it some time. So as you can see, this is why I love this setup. The basic premise is it drops down under the VWAP, pulls up, taps the VWAP area. My entry right here would have been at $6, and then it falls right back down. And so currently I would have been up 25 cents a share at that point. And then preferably to sell half when it reaches the previous low in 571, and then sell the other half if it starts to head up over the VWAP, slowly scaling out of it, if that makes sense. I wouldn't mind getting in DFBG if it makes a bounce here. Kind of slowly going to start scaling into the position. It needs to bounce though. Kind of the same thing with A&W here. You can see A&W breaks underneath the VWAP, bounces right here to 150. So it always is going to bounce to the next support level. And as you can see, this is why I like this setup on DFBG. Extremely reliable. MU is doing it right now, but it already bounced up to it. And so you can see MU is another good example. It drops down, bounces to the VWAP, and then continues to fall. Unfortunately, I was restarting Thinkorswim, and I don't like getting into anything. I like to wait at least for the first 5 minutes or so to pass before jumping into it. But those are two good examples of this setup. Same thing with MU, very similar. If you look at MU and DFBG, kind of the exact same pattern there. Really, it's what I look for. Same thing with A&W. So you can see how reliable that setup is. And I'm pretty confident in it, you know, in all honesty. I'm pretty confident in that setup. Because even if this one starts to reverse here, it already gave me, what, 25, 30 cents? And so I could have taken a partial already and just exited the position. Yeah, my time finally fixed itself, but I don't know what's going on with that. Alright, so GBR is starting to spike here. Also, DFBG's back up to that level. I can take a partial here and just slowly start scaling into it if it goes my way. The biggest thing you have to worry about is like MU here. Is it getting squeezed? And I mean, MU gave you 20-30 cents, but getting squeezed back up is the biggest thing you have to worry on. And so you have to exit these type of positions really quick. But you can see a few examples: A&W, DFBG. MU wouldn't have worked out, but I'm not really used to doing it on expensive stocks. It's mostly based around stocks under $10 or so. SAEX. GBR looking pretty bullish here. SAEX is starting to run some as well. Over the VWAP up to 2 now. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with 50 shares of DFBG and just plan to add if it pushes up anymore. Just a partial share. We'll see if it can keep going here. There's a nice little drop. Try to give it some time. Tapping that VWAP. It's up to 90, 94. If it starts to get squeezed over 6, I just got to be prepared to exit pretty quickly here. Like I said, the biggest thing I have to worry about is the squeeze over 6, over the whole dollar. But it presents me with a very obvious risk area over 6 and a reward of at the low of the day at this point. There's a nice little drop down to the 80s. Alright, so I got out really quickly on that spike, and I was able to get out very, very quickly. As soon as I saw it touch 6, I got out of it. So I'm definitely happy with that exit, minimizing it to a $5 loss when it spikes up 20 cents or so. And so you got to be fast, because that's the squeeze I was talking about. Still kind of waiting. AVXL looks like a decent setup. And you see, this is why I hurried up and jumped out of it, because when it does get squeezed, it gets squeezed really, really hard. Because all the shorts that are looking for it to hold under the VWAP bail out of it. And so that's ultimately why I exited that one. The one to get into was right here on this first little bounce, riding it down to the low. But I ultimately missed that one. But glad I exited that position when I did. Was able to get out for a minimal loss. ARCI. A&W might be a good example of it as well, but everything seems to be kind of reversing here, squeezing back up. Because if it doesn't work out, it essentially turns into a red to green move, and I don't want to be caught in the red to green move. ARCI. You can see ARCI, a cheap penny stock here, starting to run. VEON was a big mover from the other day. I appreciate the sub, Amped. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, I'm actually really proud of that exit. Like, as soon as I was watching the level 2 really, really closely, and as soon as I saw the ask hit 6, I bailed out of it and got out and missed. It would have been a $20 or $30 loss, but I got out right on time. And that's another reason I like CFD trading for TradeNet, is because the fills are immediate for the most part. GBR going crazy. Man, this one... Okay, so look, this one bounced underneath the VWAP and it's testing it now. Man, this one's just so... It has such a huge range for GBR. I just don't even know what kind of share size to take with this one. This is another example of the VWAP fade, though. It bounces underneath the VWAP, pushes up to test it. But man, look at this. I'm really happy I got out of DFBG here. I'm actually really proud of that exit. I got out for a very, very small $5 loss, as opposed to what would have been a $30, $40, $50 loss if I would have held it through this squeeze. And so as soon as I saw the ask on the VWAP, I immediately exited for a very small gain. Really proud of that exit, honestly. Yeah, bud. Here, you can go hang in there with your sister, buddy. Okay. CLNE. Yeah, CLNE looks like a good, like, this is the VWAP fade setup. You can see it bearish, pops up to the VWAP, fails. A and W kind of looks like one as well, but we'll see. We'll give it some time here. Appreciate the sub, Meister. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Also with GBR here as well. Trying to give it a little bit of time here. Apple still got some steam insurance. All right, so let's see what else we got. VEON. VEON starting to push here. AXON. AXON starting to run. BBOX. BBOX kind of having a lot of momentum here, up from 70 cents to $1.02. Oh yeah, I downloaded the Tef's mobile app. Let's see if it works. If it does work, I'm gonna have to do a review of it. Yeah, buddy. All right, buddy. Well, you already ate breakfast, bud. We'll get you something in a second, okay? Here, I'll ask your mom. Sorry, my son is telling me he's hungry. All right. All right, so I'm trying to set it up. He's upstairs. It says to go to the settings window. I'm looking for the settings bar. I don't know. I'll have to mess with this later, guys. It's telling me to go to the settings window. I can't find the settings window on here. So I'm just going to keep watching the market. All right, DFBG breaking under, or bouncing down to touch the VWAP. I appreciate the sub, Tatsuo. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. EKSO. Look at EKSO, guys. Starting to push here. GFR. Not looking too bad. Alright, so there's the break underneath the VWAP on DFBG. Kind of a big range in it thus far. Got to be careful, but watching it. YUMA. Is DFBG halted here, guys? I think it is. DFBG is halted on the way down. So very, very kind of shady stock right here. Very kind of sketchy moving, in all honesty. So it moves up to, it has that washout long, and then it goes all the way back down under the VWAP and gets halted on the way down. So very kind of shady here. I would be very, very careful. At VLRX with the washout long, bouncing up here. DRRX spiking up here. 7, was this the one you called out, brother? But man, look at DFBG getting halted on the way down. Super scary, guys. I hope nobody got caught in that going long. Hey, nice, James. Nice, brother. Yeah, you got in right when I got out going long. So nice trade, bro. You caught that squeeze up. Yeah, that's scary, Wilkin, for sure. James, yeah, man. Kevin, DFBG halted. Super scary. That's what I'm worried about, is they're going to investigate it at this point. That's the scary thing about it. It immediately shot down, got halted. Yeah, for sure, Kevin. Hey, brother, like I said, Kevin, I'm just glad I was able to get out of DFBG for only a $5 loss. I'm actually really proud of that. I got out as soon as I saw the $6 flash on the ask. Really proud of that exit. It was very, very important that I got out there, or it would have been a substantially larger loss. And like I was saying, with the VWAP fade setup, if it doesn't work out and it starts to get squeezed up, you have to be very, very quick. Nice, James. Congrats, brother. Hey, appreciate the sub, Kevin. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, the volume's a little suspect today, guys. You know, for any setup and pattern to work, the volume has to be there. And I just don't know if it was there at this point. Yeah, nice, B-Mock. Congrats, brother. Good job, man. Yeah. Appreciate the sub, Core Free. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Kevin, I stream every weekday morning, bro. And so I've been streaming for about what guys? Some people have been here since I started. I've been streaming for about 7 or 8 months now. Not too long, 7 or 8 months. But I stream every weekday morning. Yeah, no worries, James. Congrats, brother. Nice B mock though. Nice trades, bro. Nice trades, man. So yeah, I'm gonna look up to see if I can find any reason why DFBG just did that. That's kind of weird. It's very rare that you kind of see it get halted out of nowhere on the way down. Like usually when a stock gets halted, it gets halted on the way up a bunch of times. So like for instance, like a lot of times a stock will get halted numerous times on the way up. And then when finally that squeeze on the way down happens and all those bullish traders get caught in the drop, that's when it gets halted on the way down. It's actually very rare that a stock will just out of nowhere get halted on the way down without being halted on the way up first. And so really interesting that DFBG did that. Apparently it's halted on a circuit breaker. What's up, outsiders? Hey, nice B-Mock. Hey, happy to help, brother. Happy to help, man. Congrats on those trades, bro. Nice trades, man. Welcome, Ranjith. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, brother, but welcome, man. Glad to have you here from India, huh? Awesome, man. I've always wanted to go to India, to be honest. All right, so GBR breaking over the $half here. We'll see how it acts. Okay, so DFBG's resumed. It was on a 5-minute halt. So it's resumed here. But there's no way I'm getting into this stock, guys. There's no way I'm going to trade DFBG at this point. Just too risky. Here's a good example of the VWAP fade setup, though. You can see A and W starting to kind of move down. It pushed up to that VWAP area and then just got rejected. And so that's kind of what I look for with that VWAP fade setup. GBR kind of acting crazy here. It's testing the VWAP now at this point. We'll see what it does. GBR kind of getting rejected at that VWAP area. We'll see if it starts to head down here after getting rejected at that $half. Still kind of looking for some setups. AVXL bouncing up to appreciate the sub, Mar. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. AVXL here. You can see bouncing up to touch the VWAP. Trying to give it a little bit of time here. The volume's just a little low on AVXL. That's what's keeping me from in it thus far. GBR pushing back up to test the $half, get rejected back down. Like I said, though, guys, my son has a doctor's appointment today. See, look, here's the rejection on AVXL. This is kind of what I look for, but the volume's just a little low. And even if I get out today with this $5 loss, I consider that a win just because I got out of DBFG before a 50, 60-cent squeeze on the way up. And so I consider that a win. Just because, man, it could have been a lot worse. And I was quick with my exit, thankfully. Also, still keeping an eye on GBR here. It looks like possible VWAP fade. We'll see if it can crack underneath here. Down to 30s, 20s. 25, looking good. Really nice drop there. Another VWAP fade. Amped, I use TradeNet. So you can see the charts you see on my screen, these are Thinkorswim charts. So I'm using Thinkorswim for charting, and I'm using TradeNet to execute my trades. And so I use a few different things. Aside from, GBR, this VWAP fade right here, and AVXL, I really don't see too much I like. The volume's a little low today. I do have to close the stream down in probably 10 or 15 minutes. We'll see if I get into anything up to that point. Like I said, my son has a doctor's appointment today, and so I do have to bring him to the doctor in a little bit. What's up, Kevin? I'm around the Houston area, Kevin. Yeah, for sure. I always try to find locals around here. If anybody's in the Houston area, we can go have a beer somewhere. Just let me know. But yeah, look at this VWAP fade rejection right here. This is kind of what I look for, and the range is really small. So although it's a 9-cent, here it is. Here's a bigger move. So this is what I look for with the VWAP fade. The only problem was volume on this stock, right? And so you can see it works substantially better if it's on a bearish trend, right? So you can see AVXL bearish, pulls up to test the VWAP at 360, gets rejected hard at 360, and my target with these trades is right around the low of the day. And that's usually when I take a partial, and that way if it cracks the low and continues to go down, I still have a partial position, but I've already banked profits, and so I'm comfortable in the trade. And so that's really what I look for. There's a few good examples of it today. Obviously, it doesn't work every time. You can see here another example of it is GBR. And although it's pushing up now, from the rejection at 550 down to 510 is a 40-cent, window there. So a lot of opportunity there as well. But yeah, this is basically it with AVXL. You can see bearish, pulls up to test the VWAP, comes right back down, take a partial at the low of the day. And like I said, I didn't get into this setup, obviously, but I'm just showing you guys what I look for. And then I let the other partial ride to see if it breaks the low. A&W, another example, up to the VWAP at 148, comes back down to 137. Small range on the stock, but not too bad. That's really what I look for as well. What? RDBT, Wahib? 4.6 thousand subs. Can you really drink that much beer? Honestly, I'm not that much of a beer drinker. But, I mean, I drink some beer, All right, AXON breaking underneath the VWAP. This is another one I'm watching here. Maybe, like, when I see these type of setups, I look for a break underneath the VWAP and then a push back up to test. Like, I'd like to see it get down to 180, bounce up to 290 with a 290 entrance is what I'm really looking for there. Yeah, I short most of the time, Tyrell. Oh, nice, Herbert. Hey man, maybe we can meet up one day, brother. All right, Tiny. Appreciate you coming for the stream. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Insurance, it's hard to tell sarcasm through a message, brother. But yeah, volume's a little lackluster today. Not too bad, but not great either. This is going to be a kind of a crucial level for DFBG right here at this $5 point. You can see it bounced off of there in pre-market. And I may take a small position on AXON if it gets back up to that VWAP. I want to wait for the bounce though. If it doesn't bounce, I'm just not going to mess with it. Let's let it get up to 288 is where I'd probably prefer to enter it if it can get that high. Still trying to figure out how to get the mobile. Like for Tef's mobile, it says go to my settings on TradeNet. I don't see a settings window anywhere. Settings. Let's try going to help. Network tools. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know where to go to settings at here. Like I said, trying to let AXON get up to 188. It's almost there. Moving a little slow though. We'll see. Trying to give it some time. It says click on settings link in the top menu. I don't see a settings link, man. Ugh, man, there's the drop. I was waiting for this bounce up to 288. It just didn't do it. But yeah, volume's a little lackluster. So just to show you guys the pattern that I'm really looking for here, just so you can kind of see where my mind is. Here's an example of it on A and W. You can see, so A and W is bearish at the open, pulls up to test the VWAP, gets rejected a few times, and then comes back down. My exit with these type of trades, like I said, is at the low of the day. In this case, it would be at 130. Another example of it was AVXL. All right, so here's a spike here on AXON. We'll see if we can get up to 180 or 287. AVXL, another example, bearish at the open, pulls up to the VWAP. My goal with these trades, again, is at the low of the day down here at 342 or 345. Let's see if I can find any more examples. Another way I trade it, obviously, if I'm looking at AXON, is it's bearish, it's bullish at the beginning, breaks underneath the VWAP, pulls up to test it, and then gets rejected. But yeah, you can see A and W doing exactly what I wanted to. I can't trade this one, unfortunately. But back at the low of the day now, if I was in this position, I'd take a partial right here. Also looking at MU at this point, see if it kind of pulls up to test the VWAP area. Plan to get in around this 52.80 level. If it doesn't pull up that high, no worries. Settings is at the bottom. Oh, here it is. I think that's settings, right? I don't know how to do this. Oh well. AXON? No, I didn't get an AXON. I'm looking at it. I want to see it bounce up to this 288, 287 level. If not, I'm not going to get into it. What's up, Ron? No, Ron, it is not easy whatsoever, brother. It is actually extremely tough, you know. And that's kind of why I have this channel, is that if you watch a lot of these big-time traders, they do make it look easy. You know, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that necessarily, because they've earned that right to make it look easy. Yeah, buddy. All right, buddy, hold on, okay? We got to go to the dentist in a second. And so I'm not saying it's necessarily wrong for them to make it look easy. I just think that trading is extremely tough. The patterns are actually easy to learn for the most part. You just kind of back test it and find an edge. The hardest part's the emotional side and finding out what kind of sizing to take. You know, those are the tough parts. Correct, Wahib. The VWAP is the purple line on my chart. And so, like, you can see A and W bearish, pulls up to test the VWAP, comes back down. MU kind of looking for the same thing, but I don't know if I have enough time at this point because I got to close the stream down in 5 minutes. VWAP, Ron, is the volume weighted average price, okay? It all just depends, man. The best thing you can do is, at least in my opinion, the best thing you can do is just open up an account, use a really small account, and then just trade using really small sizing. And if you can be consistent with that, then it might ultimately be time to up the sizing. But you want to take it slow at the beginning. You don't want to just dive in using huge sizing. That's ultimately going to end up hurting you for the most part. You want to take some time and learn first. That's the most important thing. As for, you know, a formal education in trading, like buying a day trading course, it's all about whether you have the money to do it. You know, I think there is some benefits to getting into a course, but they're expensive. Most of the time, they're at least a few thousand. And so it's all about whether you have the money to or not. You know, I'm not going to hate on anybody selling courses, but they are expensive. And so it's all about who you are as a trader. All right, guys, I got to go. We got to bring my son to the dentist. Abdul, no, not quite yet. I'm getting there. I'm still working on being profitable. I'm still a new trader, so I'm still learning and working on being profitable. But hey, guys, I got to bring my son to the dentist, and so I'll try to upload a video a little bit later, so be on the lookout for that. If you haven't already, I day trade live on stream every weekday morning, starting at 8:45 a.m. market time. So hit the subscribe button if you want to see that. Also, if you want to help support this channel, click the like button right now in this video. I definitely appreciate the support. Yeah, that's exactly right. The name of the channel is Beginner Trading. We're all learning here. I'm still a new trader, bro. TC, you just on Thinkorswim, I just go to Studies, Quick Study, Trend Studies, and VWAP, and I just click that. But yeah, guys, I gotta head out. Correct, York. All right, guys, I gotta head out. I gotta bring my son to the dentist at 10:30 market time. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and be on the lookout for the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the like button to support this channel, and good luck for the rest of the day. Appreciate all the support, guys. I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching.